taught 8 classes when I was in law school, got 3 HDs in my last semester, and now I'm a lawyer. These are the 3 things that I wish I knew before I started law school. If you're new here, the content that I post on my blog and on page is right here. First thing first is knowing how to approach my readings. Like, I already knew before I started law that it was gonna be a lot of readings, but I didn't expect that it'd be so much. And because of that, it was really hard to stay engaged and stay focused and keep my attention span of the readings because there was just so much going on. So it took me a while to kind of start doing this because it was a lifesaver with those readings, but just having some sort of preview before I jump into the readings. My favorite one was going through the lecture slides before going through the full readings because at least I have some context, I know what I'm getting into, and it's easier to follow along. And this was also really helpful for reading long cases, so I would try to find some sort of case summary before I jump into reading the full case because, again, it helps me know what I'm getting into and gives me more context in the process. Second thing that I wish I knew is that while it is good if you can get law firm experience in your first year, you don't have to feel the pressure right away, because I know when I started uni, I was like really putting a lot of pressure on myself to try to find a law firm role right away, and it is important so you can see how it's like to work in a law firm before you commit to the whole degree. But if you have a resume that needs more experience, it's actually a good idea just to get any sort of work experience in general, even if it's not related to law, because those are skills that you can learn that are transferable to any law firm role. So even if you try to apply for law firm roles in like your second year, your third year, even if you don't have law firm experience, you can at least explain how you'll do well in a role with the skills that you already have from past law firm experience, because any transferable skills you get from any job, they're transferable to a job in a law firm. And the third thing I wish I knew is actually mastering the skill earlier, and that skill is applying any scenario, any question, whether it's in an exam or assessment, and apply it to anybody. The earlier you learn the skill, you practice the skill, the better. I only thought of this when it was later on in my law degree, but I'm telling you now, the earlier you master the skill of applying case law or legislation or both to any question, to any hypothetical scenario, easier it will be later on. So yeah, if there's something that I wish I could have mastered early on, it'd be that.